Hi everyone, my name is Thomas Regier. I'm the co-founder and CEO of DataGuard. We're a Munich-based privacy company. We do B2B privacy as a service. We're kicking it off with this guy, Zuckerberg. Why does he say that the future's private? And why does he claim that by 2030, Facebook will be a privacy-first company? And why does he claim that there's a pivot to privacy based on, encryption and private conversations should remain private, etc.? There's only one reason. It's because it drives shareholder value. 5 years ago, there's no way he would have stood in front of a board or in front of, the world and the public and said the future's private, simply because this wouldn't have been, the best way to drive shareholder value. So, regardless of whether this is a PR stunt or whether, he has had a change of heart, there's certainly value in becoming a privacy-compliant company. And this is where we come in. If you Google for privacy as we certainly do think it's a human right, and we're not complete sort of German privacy nuts. We think the topic is really important. And on the other hand, we do think that companies should be allowed to use data and to process data and also to monetize data. It's just that it should be a level regulatory playing field, and everybody should sort of stick to the rules and the best practices. So what is privacy as a service? Apple brands itself as a privacy as a service company now, claiming that they're different from Google and they don't make their money monetizing people's personal data. The way we interpret privacy as a service is sort of our B2B product. What we do is we build a sort of our own version of Zendesk. In a way, it's sort of a managed service. We do the outsourced data protection officer for companies anywhere between 20, 30, 40 employees, all the way up to the corporate segment with 10, 15, 20,000 employees. And this is really the platform that's used by our own DPO or customer success team. And at the same time, we built a customer-facing front end. So that's the part of the platform that our customers can log into. That's just a classic SaaS solution, and it really manages everything. It's a one-stop shop for your privacy needs in a way. And this is really sort of the delivery vehicle for our DPO as a service and privacy as a service product, but we are currently building a larger privacy suite that also includes other software solutions. So something like secure data transmission or something like a password storage, password manager is also built into this part of the platform. And so this is the pricing. We have 150 to 500 euros a month in the classic SMB segment, and then our corporate customers they usually pay sort of 5,000 and up. But we have pretty much anything anywhere in between and in that range. And the larger customers pay sort of 20K, 25K plus as well, whereas our average ticket in the SME segment is probably around 300, 350 euros a month. And then we have a one-off setup fee that we charge for initially auditing the companies and doing sort of a gap analysis. This is the traction. We were founded, it's our second birthday soon, in November 17. We went live in March 18. We have more than 1,000 paying B2B customers, 75 FTE. We scaled to more than 4.5 million in ARR as of last month, and we'll very soon close across the 5 million ARR line. And TCV is actually a really important measure for us because we lock in the customers in 2-year contracts, or the corporate customers in 36-month contracts. So that's also why there's been virtually zero churn thus far, because they can't churn. At the same time, there is a certain period during which they can churn out of these contracts, and the unit economics are attractive. We've got sort of a 6-month payback time, and the gross profit margins are high, but they're certainly improving as we add more software to the privacy suite. And these are the people behind this. On the left, that's myself. I have a background in just tech entrepreneurship, and I was in finance for a while. And then my co-founders right here, the good-looking Turkish man in the second row is Kivanch, and we've been friends for about 20 years. And the fun fact is we live next to the office together. He goes home on the weekends to see his girlfriend, so fortunately there's not too much interaction on the weekends, but we do work hard during the week. And we built this together with Marcus Fissler. He was a senior partner at Freshfields for about 22 years, because in a way, sort of the broader space could be defined as legal tech or reg tech in a way. Marcus is not involved in it on a day-to-day basis and is sort of a senior advisor to the business as well. About 90 people at this point, a lot of them in product and engineering. It's a large TAM, just if you look at the current privacy as a service model. But I think where we get really excited, and the plan is certainly to double next year, raise in Q1, and certainly double next year at least. As I said, thus far, we're really a bootstrap company. But what we get really excited about is sort of that roadmap, and that's the product roadmap for the next year or so. I'm very much looking forward to deliver both on the commercial and the product front. So thanks for the attention.